Okay, hello. My name is Leia, and this is my tiny little corner of the internet. I am 24 years old and a grad student and freelance screenwriter, and this is my life. So for the longest time, I wanted to have a YouTube channel. I actually did, in fact, use this YouTube channel back in 2020. I used to upload videos, but not that many, and I ended up deleting most of them because I did not feel comfortable with the kind of content I made. I felt like I was constantly trying to be someone else, and I could see that in my videos, and I took them down because 2020 actually ended up being the beginning of a long journey where I tried to find out who I was and who I wanted to be. And I tried again and again to record videos and to do content, but I think my fear kept me from doing it. I wanted to do YouTube, but come back to it when I was actually ready, and I've been working towards that for a while. I think this is the year, this is the moment, here we are. I was also just thinking to myself, why not just film things? Why not just keep this as a little diary? Why not just make content for myself and see if it takes me anywhere, and if not, then I still have a fun time doing that and fun time being creative, because that's my favorite thing to do. I definitely still feel very weird thinking about people that I know watching this and thinking to themselves, that's cringe. But I mean, things are only cringe if you decide that they're cringe. You gotta own up to what you want to do, and then nothing will be cringe. It's gonna be okay. But it is January 1st, 11:41 p.m., and here we are making changes. Today is the day, and we're gonna start off 2025 with new passions, new goals, new hobbies, new dreams. And because of that, I actually thought that my first video could be making my vision board. And I did print out some pictures that I still need to cut because they all look like this, like collages, which I have to cut out into their tiny little pieces and then put together, and that's what we're gonna do. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go through my previous vision board. I got my Pinterest right here. These are all Pinterest pictures. I just love Pinterest so much. I'm gonna try to put photos everywhere and then explain where I was coming from. I also have this sketchbook, basically, which has thicker papers made out of bamboo. You can actually draw on here even with oil colors or acrylic colors, which is really fun. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use two like last time. We shall see. But last time I had huge pictures, and this time they're so tiny. But I have a lot of them, so we shall see. I think organizing all of this is part 2 of the whole process anyways. Okay, so starting off, on my last vision board, I had tons of pictures of couples. 2023 was my single girl era, and I was over it. I actually went through a breakup in the beginning of the year. As it happens when you're single, you meet all sorts of interesting people. I really just wanted to meet someone that made me happy and that I could make happy. So in 2024, I told myself, I'm either gonna stay single or meet someone who's actually worth my time and effort. Then on New Year's, my best friend Emmy and I ate grapes under the table, as we saw on social media. We both are in very happy relationships, which is the cutest thing. And we actually also officially started dating our partners 2 weeks apart from one another, which is even funnier. That became reality. So yeah. Next up on my page, I have a bunch of pictures of groceries and girls working out, dance, gym photos, something like that. And I really wanted to make healthier decisions for my body in 2024, and I believe to a certain degree I did achieve that. I did manage to get a new gym membership, and I did end up going to the gym quite frequently. They're so tiny. I love it. What was really important to me last year was to develop just overall more of a routine when it comes to doing sports. I've been having back issues for quite some time now, and I really wanted to battle those. When it comes to my overall health and fitness, I do believe that I managed to make quite a few good decisions when it comes to food. I learned quite a lot from my roommate as well when it comes to nutrition, which is really, really nice. Also happy to have her. Shout out to you on this. And at the same time, I also feel like the gym became a safe space for me where I would definitely have the chance to let go of some steam of just everyday stress. It was really nice to have that place to go back to whenever life was just getting too much. I also noticed that I felt the most confident whenever I went to the gym, even if my body didn't change much or at all. I did hit a few goals that I had, which of course I wanted to have that cute little booty, but all of that sort of went away towards the end of the year because quite shortly after I started going back to the gym, my knees started hurting out of nowhere, and it was really weird, and it's still not completely gone. I went to the doctor in October. I got an MRI done, and I'm still not 100% sure what can be done to my knees to make it go away altogether. So that's something that I'm figuring out, but I wasn't allowed to go to the gym because since apparently movement or wrong movement or an injury is what's causing my pain, I shouldn't be going to the gym so that my knees can just heal and the pain should technically go away by itself, but it didn't. So there's another problem and I have to deal with it and go back to the doctors. I'm hoping to work on that in 2025. Another thing that's on my dream board for 2024 is a bunch of film related things. And as I said in the beginning of this video, I am a freelance screenwriter. So I of course wanted to pursue a bunch of creative projects, meet a bunch of new people, go to film festivals, and just see where that part of my career takes off. And so I had a bunch of pictures of film sets, people reading scripts, people doing talks, people sitting around a table, kind of like in a writer's room, and also like a picture of film credits. And what's really, really fun is that in 2024, I worked on my first ever short film, and the first rough cut is done so far, which is really, really nice, really, really fun to see, and I'm just incredibly proud of the result that we've achieved so far. So working on my first ever short film was a dream come true for sure, because I had written the script for it back in 2022. One of my friends who works with me as well asked me when I showed him the script in, I think 2023, have you ever thought about filming it? And I was like, no, don't think that's ever gonna happen. And then it did happen. Part of that is related to, so I've been in the writer's room for a bit over 2 years now. And at first we worked with an instructor of ours, and then we sort of became our own little independent writer's room, and we still work together. We've been working on a series concept this year, which has been really fun, very intense, but very rewarding. And of course, what we also did this year was doing a lot of networking. We've been going to Stuttgart to networking events every month. We also went to the Berlinale Film Festival in February. This year we're all gonna do it again, basically. And we met such nice people, fellow screenwriters, producers, cinematographers, actors. The more people you meet, the more you connect with them, and sometimes really fun projects can come out of that. And one person that worked with me on my short film is actually a cinematographer I met while networking in Stuttgart. He reached out to me and wanted to do the short film, and then we ended up doing it together. And here we are with an almost finished product. So that is really, really cool. I also started working on a bunch of other things, smaller things. I completed writing a short story for one of my classes. I started working on a new project that I'll probably tell you more about in a few weeks from now. But the series project taking off is our next goal. And of course, finishing the short film and posting it somewhere. I am hoping to post it here on YouTube as well and on my social media accounts. That's definitely something that I'm looking forward to. I'm just excited to see where the creative path will lead us. I also have a bunch of pictures on my vision board that has people singing and recording songs. I feel like I always have that on my vision board because I love singing and I love music. I always want to learn how to play the guitar every year, and I've never done it. I've always loved writing songs, but I've never been comfortable and confident enough to actually do something with it. And then this year I started writing songs for my short film, and then also took a songwriting class, which was super fun. That definitely gave me more confidence in pursuing that, even though singing is not my chosen career path. If it will end up happening for me, I would welcome that with open arms. I wouldn't say no. Music to me is science though. I cannot tell you why, but I think there's this whole thing behind music production. It's definitely not easy, and for those people who produce music, honestly, I look up to you guys so much because this is so fucking complicated. I did in fact sing more, and that is really, really nice. Then I also have a bunch of people doing creative things on here, drawing, reading. I have a bunch of pictures of just friends hanging out, people doing fun things together. I have a picture of makeup on here as well. That is connected to just my general love for art, for music, for drawing, for crocheting. I love crocheting, and I did not do enough of it in 2023, so I wanted to crochet more in 2024. I actually only crocheted one item, which is a really cute shrug. I definitely want to crochet more and just go after my hobbies a bit more, but I did in fact go into makeup a lot more in 2024. I helped my friend out with his bachelor film. He asked me to do makeup for that, and that has honestly been such a fun thing to do, especially because he did a short film. Those makeup looks were something that my inner child actually really enjoyed. Did meet such nice people on set, and my fellow makeup artists were also such great people, and I really enjoyed working with them, and I would do it again 100,000%. I went to a few concerts with my friends. One of my best friends is a drag artist, and so I've been to drag performances quite a lot, and that has been super, super fun. I also met such nice people through drag, and that made me so, so happy. I think the time that I did spend with my friends was peak quality time. It wasn't a lot, but we did spend really, we did such great things together. I do really miss my friends because all of my friends and I live quite far away from each other. I also live an hour away from my mom's place where I'm currently at. So that was really annoying, and so I do miss my friends, and I'm hoping to have the chance to meet up more and to see each other more often, because I've been blessed with the best friends on this planet, but they're also far away, and it's been very, very bittersweet, because as much as I'm proud of each and every one of them, I also miss them so, so much. Okay, so it is almost 1 a.m. in the morning, but I managed to cut out all of my tiny little pictures, and this is what they look like. I have all sorts of different piles. A huge, friends, relationships, fun activities kind of pile. I have a huge travel pile. I have pictures of London and New York City in here. Affirmations, money, writing and film, school, nutrition, fitness, YouTube, goals, makeup, and so on and so forth. really cute. Not all of them are secure. I think this one, the 2025 one, is the last one I'm attaching. But yeah, I started off with sort of like creative things, YouTube, makeup, filming, photography. I think I do also have a picture with just 2 cameras on it, which might also belong here. Of course, film-related things, Netflix, The Writer, money, women in film, graduation, grades, studying, and then new beginnings and job opportunities, because since I'm starting something new after my graduation is over. And yeah, there's a few things that are like still loose, but these few are definitely going to be in the center of it. Okay, it is done. And it is so cute. I love all the tiny little cutouts and quotes and affirmation. I had this part done, and then I continued with personal relationships, doing fun trips, going to concerts, coffee dates, neck kisses, and midnight car rides. Of course, self-care, travel, because that's a huge wish of mine. Here I have pictures of a girl in a car and just sort of like car interior and like this super cool black car. Because by the end of the year I wanted to start saving for a car. Of course, have like a whole health and fitness section to really treat my body well. Of course, I want to be flexible. Then here I have more travel, nutrition, creative things, and that's it. So it goes from sort of like creative things, hobbies, into work and university, and then into finding my next path, into personal relationships and traveling, and then of course health. And then in the center of it is 2025. Very soon you will smile and say, this is more than what I prayed for. I got the job I wanted. Dear universe, I'm ready for magic and miracles. Lucky girl, I will win. Not immediately, but definitely good things happen. Love is real. We will be okay. And I put swimming in here because since I struggle with my knees, I think that swimming might be a really great way for me to get back into sports, besides going to the gym. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to tackle all of this. And that being said, I hope you enjoyed this first video, and I'll see you in the next one.